Hello. How is everyone doing? I am just starting the broadcast now. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm getting really freaking excited to host this training. I'm just having a little pre-party with my royalty-free music. I have gotten myself into trouble with non-royalty-free music more times than you know. That sounds funny, but no, I really have though. So I found some really sick royalty-free tunes, and it honestly makes my day. So if you're just joining, let me know that you're here. Say what's up. I want to know who you are and where the heck you're joining from, because let me see. It seems like a few of you can't see the video. Let me just double check. Okay, hold on. All right. Hey, everyone. I think it's working now. Yay! Okay, we're all here. How the heck is everyone? I'm so sorry about that. I literally have no idea what happened, but c'est la vie. This is the tech life of us online entrepreneurs sometimes, right? How the heck are you? I'm so happy that you're here. Let me just make sure that it's working everywhere before I launch into everything. We should be live right now on the website. So for those of you who are chatting on the website, I can see that some of you are saying that it's working now, which makes me so freaking happy. If you're here with us on Facebook, then hey girl, what's going on? And if you're here on YouTube Live, then you can go ahead and leave comments underneath the YouTube video. I'm so happy that you guys are here. So for those of you leaving comments, I want to know who you are and where the heck you're coming from, because I love having kind of a global pre-party before we get started. So let me know who's here. I see that a few of you have already been commenting. I see Chelsea from Texas. We've got Catherine from Hamilton. Hey, what's up, Canadian girl? We've got Siobhan from Maryland, Grace from Costa Rica, Caitlin from LA. Oh my God, Caitlin, what's the weather like there? Here in Toronto, it is not the best right now. All right, what else do we have here? I see a bunch of you. Emily, you're here and it's working. Awesome. We've got Chantel from Ontario. Chantel, where are you from, girl? We've got Sarah, we got Briley. Emily is from South Carolina. Okay, so nice to meet you guys. Those of you who are here, Briley, where are you from, girlfriend? Sarah, where are you from? Or actually, Sarah, you just told me. Awesome. I'm so happy to meet you guys. All right, over to YouTube. We've got Ashley from Boulder, Veronica from Toronto, Leah from Barcelona. Oh my God. Hey, Leah. I'm coming to Barcelona in a few weeks, actually. I'm so excited. We should meet up, or you should let me know, like, where do I need to go? What kind of coffee shops do I need to be working from? I need all the inside scoop. Awesome. Okay, we've got Kara from Florida. Hey, girl. Kayla from New Orleans. Oh my God, I really want to go to New Orleans. Kayla, maybe I should do an event there soon. I would love to meet you guys. We've got Jenny from Pembroke. Awesome. Nice to meet you, girl. Sophie from Washington. Hey, girl. Hey. We've got Briley saying that she's from Florida. Okay, amazing. So nice to meet you. Awesome. Okay, who did I miss? I've got Charlotte from Savannah, Faith from London. Hey, girl. Okay, amazing. I love seeing people from, London and Barcelona. We've got different time zones here. Is anyone here from Australia? What time is it for you guys? I always feel guilty for my Australian clients and my Australian community because I never know a good time to make my masterclasses so that you can come. We do. We have Lillian from Australia and Emily from Sydney. Emily, nice to meet you, girl. I think you mean, I'm guessing you mean Sydney, Australia, because I just asked that, but maybe you mean Sydney in Nova Scotia. Let me know. Okay, I'm so happy that you guys are all here. Keep letting me know who you are and where you're from. I'm getting really excited for today's masterclass. It is the second time that I'm hosting this masterclass, and I had such incredible response from you guys the first time that I hosted it, and so I'm really excited to be able to share it with you again because we're talking about 4 steps that I call really simple steps because they are. I know so many of us think that running our business needs to be this big, complicated thing. And yes, there are a million strategies out there and some of them are more complicated than others. But really what really moves the needle and makes a really big impact in people's businesses and really starts creating that consistent income, those things are foundational. Those things are really big shifts or steps that you need to be taking in your business, in your life, so that you can have that real foundation. Everything else, all those other strategies and stuff like that, that's additional. You can add that on. That's for tweaking. But when you want to start having consistent 10K months, and if you want to do that while you're traveling the world and you're here to make a big fucking impact in any single niche, then I know that you guys just need to put in these 4 steps to make that happen, because I've seen it happen again and again and again. And also the way that I came up with these strategies is not from, I didn't dream of them one night. It wasn't downloaded into my brain during one of my meditations, although I wish it was. But really, these are strategies that I stole from industry leaders. So people like Marie Forleo, Rihanna, and Anna Wintour are actually using these exact same foundational steps to run their business. And when I started implementing these things, that's when I started to really feel like a true CEO. And I really wasn't before, which is heartbreaking because I see people feel like that as well. And I know how, frankly, how shitty that is when, you feel like a hot mess and you're barely getting through your to-do list and you just feel like, why is this so hard? And I can totally relate, and I don't want it to be hard for you guys. So I'm giving you the exact simple steps that you need to take. And if you guys were here with me in my Facebook group, so hey to all of you Facebook people, let's see who's here in Facebook. We've got Melissa from Burlington. Hey girl, hey. Beth from LA. Awesome. We've got Nashville, Toronto. Oh my God, Alex from Mexico, or Alexandra from Mexico. So nice to meet you, girl. I have a few awesome people in my community from Mexico, and it is like honestly one of my favorite freaking places in the world. So I'm so happy that you guys are here. I love you. But yeah, for those of you who are in my Facebook community and who came to the challenge last week or the week before, where we did our 4 daily profit habits of, the most influential female CEOs, those are your habits. So we want to break this down into 2 main things. There's habits that people do every single day. These are the things that are moving the needle every single day in your business. And then there are your strategies. So I want you to keep those 2 things separate and and do them in conjunction with each other. So keep your profit habits up. This is something that I do every damn day. My clients are doing every single day. And so if you're here from the Facebook group, give me that emoji. You know the one. If you guys have already done your profit habits for today, because I know that I've already done mine, and I want to make sure that you guys are staying accountable and doing yours every damn day as well, because like I said, these are the things that I know friggin' work. Like, there is no doubt about those profit habits, and I'm so excited to be able to give you the next steps. So once you have those things in place, now how do you start moving on to putting systems and strategies into place and having those really big shifts in your business that get you to those consistent 10K months. So if you're here, I want to know, how much do you want to be making in your business consistently every single month starting next month? We're getting there, guys. We are more than halfway through the year, and I want to make sure that you are actually on track to hit those goals. Yeah, so let me know what you want to be making. I see a few comments coming in here. Hey, guys, we've got Laura from Saskatchewan and Nikki from Phoenix. Hey, Nikki, how's it going, girl? Madison is coming from Vancouver. Yes, we have such a good mix of Canadians, Americans. We've got people from Europe. We've got another. Okay, we have two Sarahs saying 10K. Hell yeah, I love that. We've got Sarah with an H and Sarah without an H. Both of you want to be making 10K months consistently. Yes. Briley says, as much as I can. I don't have a business struggling to find what I'm good at. This is hopefully going to help me figure it out. Yes. Okay, awesome. So Briley, I want to make sure that you have your first goal. So if you don't even have a business, I want you to say, I want to make my first $100 in my business. Or even maybe for you, it's, I want to make my first $50. I want you to be very, very clear on what that first number is for you, because saying as much as possible sounds great, but it's not what the industry leaders are doing. What CEOs do is they set a target and they go after it. And you are definitely good at so many things. We should talk, girl, because I know that you're good at stuff. So basically you're struggling to find out what you're good at. And you're hoping this is going to help you figure it out. Yeah, girl, you need to find your zone of genius and you need to start to leverage that. I just did an awesome webinar with, the girls from Soul in the Raw. No, sorry, not webinar. Podcast from the girls from Soul in the Raw. And you should definitely check that out. Message me in the Facebook group afterwards. I'll send you that link because I talk a little bit about your zone of genius. Okay, you want to make your first $100 in your business. Amazing. Yes, I love that, girl. So we've got Amanda saying that she wants to make 5K. We've got Jenny saying 3K. Kayla says 555. All right, girl. Yeah, 555 every single month. I love that so much. We've got Siobhan saying 20K. Okay, amazing. Siobhan wants to be making 20K. Yes, girl. Okay, we've got your back. Awesome, guys. All right, let me turn off this royalty-free music that is like keeping our jams right now. And let's get into this webinar because it is 1 o'clock on the dot, and I want to make sure that you are being as productive as possible, and I don't want to be wasting any of your time. All right, so welcome to all of you guys who are here. Kara, Kayla, Jenny, Sophie, Amanda, Ashley, Veronica, I see you guys commenting. Thank you so much. I will come back to answer all of your questions. But right now, let's get into this training. So welcome, guys. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the 4 simple steps that you need to make in your business to create consistent 10K months while traveling the world, because I don't know about you, but that was the main reason that I became an entrepreneur. I wanted to work for myself so that I could work from wherever the hell I wanted. So you can be making those 10K months while traveling the world and making a big fucking impact. And you know what? That is one of the biggest things, because I see so many of my clients who are here to make money. Yes, we want to make that 10K. Yes, we want to make that 20K. Yes, we want to have that, financial freedom. But really what is important to us is making that impact, because that is true fulfillment. And I know for so many of you that that's really the underpinning of why you're doing this whole thing. So today I'm going over the strategies that I stole from badasses like Marie Forleo, Rihanna, and Anna Wintour to run my business like a goddamn CEO when I felt like a hot mess. And to be honest, I could barely get through my to-do list. So before we jump in, I want to make sure that you are the right person for this bonus masterclass, because if you're not, I am not here to waste your time, and I want to make sure that you are in the right place. So this is for you if, and I want some hand raise emojis from all of you who are here if I am calling you out. So this is for you if you're an entrepreneur who makes a living from their expertise and their creativity. This is also for you if you want to become the most productive entrepreneur that you know. That was my mission, so that you can make a massive impact in this world and have that sense of unstoppable momentum in the direction of those big goals. I want you to get paid for your gifts and feel abundant in every damn area of your life. If that sounds like what you need, then this training is for you. This is also for you if you are ready and willing to do the work, okay, guys? This is not for those type of people who are here just to listen in. Those of you who are listening to this while they do their dishes, do their laundry, reply to those emails. I see you, girl. This is for those of you who are here to do the work and make the shifts that are necessary to start acting like a six-figure entrepreneur. If you want to be a true CEO of your business, it's time to start acting like one, all right? So if you are not in it to do the work, then this is not for you, and I love you, but see you later, girl. So during this event, here's what we're going to cover, okay? Number one, the 4 things that six-figure earners are using to hack the system and make sales: copy, paste, rinse, and repeat. That is goals, and that's what we're going to cover. We're also going to cover the biggest mistake that I see under earning entrepreneurs make, because it makes me sick to see this over and over again, and you will not be making it anymore. We're also going to cover the secret weapon that millionaires and influencers are using to leverage, that they're leveraging right now to make consistent sales, even while they're beach hopping. And I don't know about you, but I was rolling my eyes and I was a little bit like jealous of these people who seemed like they were constantly hopping from one beach to the next on this glamorous vacation to the next one. And I was like, how are you guys even making any money? What do you do? And I had these questions. I was like, how do you make money? And you'll stop rolling your eyes just like I did when this is actually you. All right. We're also going to cover how to captivate your audience and make selling your offer look easy, even if your business is brand new, and even if you're like Riley and you don't even know what the hell you want to sell yet to make your first $100. We're also going to cover the must-have strategy that high earners will not go to bed without. This is gold. Hint, guys, this is how you stop feeling overwhelmed and finally start running your business with a foolproof plan. And here's my big promise. By the end of this masterclass, you will leave here knowing the 4 big shifts that you need to make to start acting like a six-figure entrepreneur. If that sounds like something you need to do, then you're in the right spot. So I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions here, and I want you to raise your hand if I am calling you out. So number 1, raise your hand if you have the most incredible and big freaking dreams on your vision board, but sometimes you sit down at your laptop and you don't know what the hell you should be doing to actually get you to those big dreams on your vision board. This was me, guys. I had a vision board, and honestly, it was like becoming bad vibes. Sat behind my desk, and I would look at it every single day. And I felt like my dreams, those big glossy dreams that I had cut out of magazines, were literally just staring back at me and taunting me because I was not moving any closer to those big dreams. And because I would sit down at my desk every day and I was like, what am I supposed to be doing to actually get to that big thing? And I wasn't doing my part. Raise your hand if you have some months where you're absolutely on friggin' fire and cash flow is flowing into your business, but then you have other months where you're kind of like in a funk, or you feel like you're just treading water, you're just keeping your head above water in your business. Raise your hand if that sounds like you. Or raise your hand if you ever close your laptop at the end of the week. I'm looking at you, and you feel like, what just happened? I've been so busy all week long. I know that I've been hustling, but what did I actually accomplish? And am I actually any closer to my big goals right now? Because I have no idea. And raise your hand if you start out every single month with big friggin' goals and plans, but by the end of the month you feel defeated because you know, just like I said, you're looking at those vision board goals and you just feel like you're not making any momentum. You're not making any strides towards those big goals that you set out at the beginning of every friggin' month. Yeah, I see so many hand raises over here, guys. Yes, yes, yes. My baby is starting to wake up. He usually takes a longer nap. Oh my God. Can I watch this later? I can come back in an hour. Emily, yes, I'm sorry to hear that your baby is your boss, but I'm sure that's the way you like it. Amazing. Yes, I will be sending out a replay just to you. Don't you worry. Awesome. Raise your hand if you feel like you're leaving clients or opportunities on the table because you are not making consistent momentum in your business. Guys, this was me. I knew that big opportunities were being passed up every single month because here's the thing. So this is live again. Yes, this is live, anonymous. How are you? Sorry, I'm not going to look at the comments over here for a second because you guys are so distracting. Bye, Emily. I will miss you, anonymous. Yes, this is live. Ask me any questions that you have. I will come back at the end. 1938. All right. Raise your hand, guys, if you feel like you're leaving clients and opportunities on the table because you are not making consistent momentum in your business. I was barely keeping my head above water, and people would ask me to speak at events. People were asking me to come travel to their country to do a live event. I couldn't do it, guys. I could not do it. And that is because I was in over my head. And let me know if that sounds like you. Bean, fantastic watching again. Oh, Christine. Hey, girl. Yes. Here's the other question for you guys. Raise your hand if you know that you're here to make a big effing impact, but you're secretly afraid that you're not cut out for entrepreneurship because you just keep floundering. I so relate to this one. I would sometimes lay awake in my bed in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. And that's when those nasty thoughts creep into your head. And I just thought, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not actually meant to be an entrepreneur because I'm just getting by and I don't see how these people, are making these huge impacts. And I'm just sitting here, pulling my hair out, barely being able to ever leave my desk. And I just don't know if I'm cut out for this. Raise your hand if you've ever felt like that. Raise your hand if you know you have what it takes, but you feel like you wish somebody would just literally hand you a clear project plan and some direction to follow so that you can finally set your goals and then execute them. Because if I know anything about creatives, if I know anything about the community that I am surrounded with, you guys are idea people. You are here time and time again coming up with the sickest ideas, the most creative projects that you want to work on. But here's the thing, you are constantly coming up with these new ideas and not actually having the project plan or the direction to actually see those through and execute them so that they come to life and you can birth that idea baby just like you want to. I know that you do. Dolphin Woodhouse. Whoa. Yes, trying to stick to my to-do list even after breaking it down is what I need help with. Yes. Okay, I totally get that, Dolphin. I'm assuming that's your brand name. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Well, I have some good news, guys. If any of those things sound like you, and I know that I'm seeing hand raise emojis over here, don't worry. The problem is not that your vision board is wrong. The problem is not that you are not cut out for entrepreneurship. The real problem is that you just haven't made the shifts yet. And I can say that with confidence. And so I'm going to walk you through what those shifts are right now, because once you make these shifts, here's the type of things that you are going to be able to experience. And I'm so friggin' excited for you to actually make those shifts with me here today. So number one, you're going to be able to work fewer hours in your business, but actually make more money. And yes, I really mean that. And I know that's thrown around a lot on the internet, but it is truth. And I am living proof of it. I was the type of person who thought that I had to work really, 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 really friggin' hard just to get by. But the truth of the matter is, if you are a productive entrepreneur, you do not have to take the scenic route. There are ways to take the most direct and most efficient route to that big thing that you want. And when you start implementing those things, you can actually take Fridays off. You can take a month off. You can actually, finish work at 3 o'clock so that you can go pick up your kids from school. You can work fewer hours in your business so that you can but even still making more money. I thought that if I wasn't at my desk, I was screwed, and that is just not the truth. And once you make the shifts, you can effortlessly make a bigger impact in your industry without bringing more stress onto your plate, because I know how that is. You're like, yes, I'm going to have this huge launch. I'm going to sell another 10 clients into my program. And then once you do that, you're like, oh crap, now I have 10 new clients and I can barely keep up with anything and I'm crazy stressed. You can also stop feeling secretly jealous of the other chicks who are killing it in your niche. This was me. I will embarrassedly raise my hand to this one. I was jealous of these other people who were in Bali and who were eating acai bowls all the time and selling their passive products and making 10K months. And I was like, what do they have that I don't? And the fact of the matter is, it's nothing that they do not have anything that I don't have. I just hadn't made these shifts yet. And now I am not jealous of anybody in my niche. And I want the same thing for you, because that is bad vibes, guys. But I know how, I just know that it's the truth. I was secretly jealous, and I feel like some of you guys probably are too. You'll also have complete freedom in your business and be able to travel, to be able to take time off, and never actually worry that your business is going to fall apart because you stopped working for a few hours, or God forbid, a few days. Once you make the shifts, that is going to be abundantly clear. And finally, you will have a deep knowing that you're living up to your fullest potential. This is huge, guys. And this is something that I love seeing time and time again. When you start stepping into those, stepping into your own power and feeling like you are living up to your fullest potential and living that life that you envisioned for yourself, this is when magic happens. And that is what I am so excited to create with you here today. And so if you and I haven't met, I want to say hey really quick, because, there's a lot of people who are teaching a lot of things. And if you are wondering who the heck is this chick, then kudos. I'm glad that you are a savvy entrepreneur. And let me tell you who the heck I am. My name's Alyssa, and I'm a productivity strategist specifically for entrepreneurs. And my specialty is taking female entrepreneurs from feeling like a hot mess, which I feel you, girl, to actually being an entrepreneurial machine. And if that's something that you're excited by, then you're in the right space. But here's the thing, guys. Let me tell you how I discovered these shifts, because I was not always a productive entrepreneur. When I first launched my online business, I was catching myself over and over again being extremely unproductive. I was working on, some of the most unimportant things half the time, and I never felt like I was getting that momentum. And then sometimes I was like on fire and I was having kick-ass months and I was making that cash and I felt like I was being uber productive, but then sometimes I was just off and I would spend an entire week just like confused and drifting in my business, or feeling like I wasn't getting anything done, or even worse, I would just take an entire day off because I was so overwhelmed, and I would just like Netflix binge because I was in this place where I just felt so overwhelmed that I didn't want to do anything. And like I mentioned, I was seriously sick and tired of looking at those things that I had on my vision board or my big goals just staring back at me and taunting me because I wasn't getting anywhere closer to them. And like I said, I didn't feel like I was living up to my fullest potential. And I felt like I was mixing out on those big opportunities because of that lack of momentum. So I started to realize that there are some people who could just be on, and there were some people who continue to struggle. And so even though these two people might have the exact same abilities, they might have their exact same passion, one person would just get it and take off, and the other person would just continue to struggle, continue to just keep their head above water and just to barely scrape by. And so I started looking into what the top dogs were doing. I wanted to know, what are the industry leaders doing to stay at the top of the industry, to stay at the top of their game while still being creative, while still being inspired, and still living a freaking life, because that is exactly what I wanted. I was sick of seeing, Beyonce on vacation and then still hitting the top of billboards, and Oprah's friggin' killing it, and then you would see her like on her vineyard or like horseback riding, and I'm like, all right, so it is possible to have both. And I wanted to know what those top dogs were doing. So I started implementing productivity techniques and systems, just like some of the ones that we're going to talk about today. And as soon as I did that, I made an extra 3K in my business the following month without changing anything except for my productivity. And so once that happened, I had a pretty big, light bulb moment, and I was like, okay, I am onto something here. And so I started sharing my productivity strategy with some of my current clients, and they had some pretty insane results too. My clients were having epic launches while working less. They were, being able to take time off. They started making more passive income. All of these things were happening, and the results were pretty insane. And that's why I'm so excited that now I'm able to start sharing these shifts with you guys so that you can have those things as well, because you can have both. Trust me, if Oprah can do it, so can we. So that's how I came up with the 4 simple steps that I'm going to go over today to start creating that consistent 10K month while traveling the world and making a big friggin' impact in any niche. I know a lot of people ask me like, well, but I do this and my product is passive and I'm on Etsy and I, only do retreats. Girl, this spans across every single niche, so don't you worry about that at all. All right, let's get into the actual content. Are you guys ready for step number 1? Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of hand raises over here. Somebody here said yes, 10K. Someone saying yes, yes. Yes, I'm trying to. Okay, yeah. Okay, girl, I see you. Awesome. And we've got another person from Nashville here. So nice to see you. Christine is coming in because you were motivated last time. Girl, I love that you are back and you're watching again from Newfoundland. Okay, amazing. Yeah, sticking to your to-do list. Okay, awesome. So let's get into it, guys. Get your notebook out because this is the shit. I am not covering any fluff here today. These are the real steps and strategies that my top clients are using, my VIP clients are using, I use in my business, and I've also sourced these exact strategies from industry leaders. So yeah, like this is not fluff. Are you ready? Step number 1. Quit focusing on the frivolous. I'm sorry to give you this wake-up call, gorgeous, but here's the thing. Your website, your branding, your logo, and your social media following may be essential optics of your business, but I'm really sorry to tell you, this is the biggest mistake that I see newbies make. Focusing on these things are unfortunately frivolous, and the top dogs know that focusing purely on optics is actually causing you to neglect the most important aspects of your business. And unfortunately, those things like the pretty website and the awesome logo, which, girl, trust me, I love to have a really aesthetic brand, but focusing on those things are not what are going to lead you directly to sales. And if you're here to make money, honey, then you need to stop focusing on the frivolous, because here's the thing. When you start focusing on the most important parts, when you start focusing on making that cash, then you can, hire someone to do your website for you if you're not a graphic designer. Then you can start up leveling into these other aspects of your business. But I want you focusing first and foremost on your hang on, I'll tell you in 1 second. 6-figure earners know exactly what numbers they need to hit every single month to achieve their income goals, to fill their client calendar, and to grow their community. So first and foremost, I want you focusing on your numbers. This is what industry leaders are doing, and this is exactly what I want you doing too. So let's do an exercise right now, because here's the thing, guys, the numbers do not lie, and I want you really focusing on the numbers in your business. And so if you're here, I want to know, what is your income goal? I know that I already got some here before. I saw a couple 10Ks. I know one of you wanted to be making 20K. So if you're here, let me know exactly what you want to make, because here's the thing. I am not a numbers person, guys. Trust me, I totally get it if you are not a numbers person either. And when I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of times they don't actually know a lot of these numbers that we're going to cover today. But one thing that they always freaking know every single time I'm on the phone with them is exactly what their income goal is and what they want to be making. So I totally get it. If you know your income goal, hang on, are we having any trouble here? Hang on 1 sec. I'm looking for the comments and I don't even see you guys. Okay, awesome. Yes, I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay. Okay, raising a hand. You're late and you watched the first broadcast. Amazing. Okay, I'm so glad you're here, Kel. Laura from South Carolina, awesome. Emily's from South Carolina as too. Michelle says yes. You guys are like gonna meet up. Okay, 10 to 20K. We've got 3K. We've got 3K. Okay, over here I've got 7K. I've got 22. Awesome. I've got 2K. 2,500. Okay, awesome. Amazing. So you guys know your income goal. This is exactly what you need to know. And so we are always going to work backwards from that income goal. So a number that you need to know first is that income goal. Once you have your income goal, then I want you to know exactly how much your package or your product price is. And so I'm going to use pretty simple numbers here using the example of 6K. I know one of you was here who wanted to make 6K. So if that's you, then lucky for you, we're doing the numbers together. I had these written down before, guys, but now I completely forget. So I'm going to get my own calculator out. And so if this is Lisa, let's say, and her income goal is to be making 6K every single month and her package price is 2K. Obviously, what she has to do is sell 3 packages or have 3 clients in order to hit her income goal. Again, these are pretty simple numbers. So basically what I did is I did 6,000 divided by 2,000, and that gives us 3. And so I want you to do the exact same for yourself. How many of your products or your packages do you need to sell in order to hit your income goal? This is the first most important number. I know this one is easy, and most of you probably already know this, but I want it to be extra, extra, extra clear. Michelle actually is switching it up from 3K to 4K. Hell yeah, girl. We've got another 3K over here. We've got 6K. Okay, awesome to the 6K, Laura. We're going to do this together. All right. So those are the first 3 numbers that you need to know. What's your income goal? What's the price of your package? And how many clients or how many packages do you need to actually sell in order to hit that income goal? Once you know that, it becomes a little bit easier, a little bit more clear. And I want you to just focus on that every single month. And just like I told one of you earlier, I think it was Briley, I think was your name. You need to know that I need to sell 3 clients this month rather than saying, I hope I just close as many as possible. That just doesn't work. I hate to tell you, it just doesn't work. So for your $100 that you want to make this month, why don't you break it down into anything that you can sell, freelancing or anything, and figure out, all right, how many do I need to sell this month in order to hit my first income goal? The next number that we need to know is our close rate. And so this is super, super important, Riley. I'm not picking on you, girl. I hope you don't feel picked on. I love you. But yeah, exactly. Having a number makes it so much easier to work towards it, and you can get really fired up. And that's why I'm so obsessed with having these numbers on hand. And I usually have them on a sticky note on my computer because mine are changing usually every single month. So I do this at the end of every month or at the beginning of every quarter, depending on what kind of mode my business is in. So the next number that you want to know is your close rate. And this is really important for those of you, and I know that there's tons of you on the phone who close based on sales calls. So if you're getting on the phone to have a discovery call or a sales call or a decision-making call with any of your potential clients, then I want you to know your exact close rate, meaning of if you get on the phone with 4 people, of those 4 people, how many actually buy? How many actually become your client? How many take you up on your offer? And this is a number that a lot of people don't know. They're like, I don't know, most of the time people work with me, but yeah, sometimes I book a lot of client calls and then they don't work with me. I want you knowing your numbers really, really clear here, guys, and this takes some tracking. If you're just starting out and you don't know your numbers here, I put some industry standards on the slide here. And so something that you could use to kind of keep it like conservative is to go with a 50% close rate. My clients are closing at 70, 80, and 90%. So if you are working with some really good sales strategies, then you can start to up that number. But if you're not sure, let's start with 50%, meaning of those 4 people that got into your calendar this month, 2 of them would actually become your client. And so in Laura, or who did I say this chick was? In this person's case, if she needs to sell 3 clients and she has a 50% close rate, that means that she needs to have 6 people on the phone with her, because out of those 6, she'll actually close 3 using her close rate. And so what you can do is you can, let me just double check this. You can do 3 divided by 0.5. And that will get you your number that you need. So however many you need to close, divide that by point, whatever the percentage is that your close rate is. And now let's move on to your show rate, because this is really, really important. Unfortunately, not everybody who actually books into your calendar. So if this chick booked 6 calls, unfortunately, not all of them will show up. It's rude, and I hate when people don't show up for calls, but the fact of the matter is it happens. And so I want you to be really, really, really clear on how many people get in your calendar, and out of those people, how many actually show up, because we need to account for that. We need to account for that loss, right? Generally 75% is a pretty like conservative number. So let's use that number. If you don't know your show rate right now, I would use 75%. And you can get that number even higher if you have some awesome workflows once you get people into your calendar. So you're sending them really specific emails and stuff like that that gets them really excited to show up. But let's say that 75%, she has a 75% show rate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 6 divided by 0.75. And what that gives us is 8, meaning she needs to actually book 8 calls in her calendar if she wants to close 3 clients. And so now we're getting so much clearer, right? If she wants to make 6K, that looks a lot like 8 calls actually in her calendar. So she needs to book 8 people into her calendar every dang month if she wants to be booking, if she wants to be closing 6K with 3 clients at 2K each. All right, so those are the most important numbers. And now we're going to get into some other numbers that are equally as important, but they're kind of supporting roles to getting those people in your calendar. And so the reason that I love being super clear on this is because if she had, 7 people in her calendar and it's, the middle of the month, she could probably reach out to somebody. She could send out an extra email, and she could put at the end of one of her emails, P.S., don't forget to book a call with me. She's more clear on what she has to do. If she's only booked, 4 out of her 8 calls, she's going to send out an email that's very salesy and says, hey, get on the phone with me because this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is the transformation that you're going to have. If she's got 7 out of 8, maybe she'll do a couple Instagram stories. Maybe she'll reach out to someone in the DMs and say, hey, like, I love what you're doing. Maybe we should get on a call. This kind of dictates how she spends her time. And so the next thing that I want you to focus on is your book rate. And what that means is out of everybody in your community, what percentage of people, when you send that email that says, hey guys, let's get on the phone and let's get on a call, or maybe you want to work with me, or hey, I'm opening enrollment to my new program, or hey, I just launched this new product and it's on sale. What percentage of people actually take her up on getting on the phone with her, or actually take her up on, purchasing her offer? And so if you don't have decision-making calls, you can skip the close rate and the show rate and just go from client to book rate. So client to close rate, that's kind of where you are. So if she sends out an email, what percentage of people are actually going to take advantage of what she has to offer and get into her calendar or purchase her product? Industry standards are 1 to 3%, and I've seen people, especially for things like sales calls, get as high as 5% or 7% if their list is really, really, really warm and they're absolutely in love with them, which is amazing. But a pretty standard number, especially for getting someone on the phone just for a conversation, is 3%. And so what that means is if 3% of people are going to take her up on her offer, and she needs 8 people to take her up on her offer, then she needs 8 divided by 0.03. She needs to know that number because that's how many people she needs to have on her email list or in her really active community in some way. And so in this chick's case, it is 267 people. So she needs 267 new leads in her business in order for her to actually get those 3 clients and make that 6K. And so I want you to do the same thing for your business. If, let's say, she knows that her list doesn't really like taking her up on her offer of getting on the phone, or let's say that she's just sending them straight to a passive product and she wants to still sell 3, let's say she wants to sell 10, we can do 10 divided by 0.01, and that would show us that 1% of her list would take action, and she would need 1,000 people in order to sell 10 of her products. All right, so I hope you guys are still with me. I know I'm doing a lot of numbers, but These are the numbers that you need to know. These are the most important ones. Some other really awesome ones are your conversion rate. You need to know of all the people that you send your freebie to in order to grow your email list. What percentage of people actually give you their name and email? Because you need 266 new people on your email list. So what's your conversion rate? How easily do you convert people from cold leads, people who don't know you at all, to somebody who's actually on your email list? Industry standard, or something that I like to, use as a bare minimum, is 30%. If your opt-in page is converting lower than 30%, you got some work to do, because you can totally get it up to like 50 and 70%. So that you could put your opt-in page in front of less people and still grow your list by 267 people. And if she breaks that down by how many people she needs on her list every single day, that puts her somewhere at 10 people every single day. Or not really. Let's do 267. 267 divided by 30. That puts her at 9 people every single day. So let's round that up to 10 just to be super safe. And so now she knows exactly how many people she needs to get into her into her email list every single day, how many people that's going to result to in her calendar. And she can be really, really intentional with every single step that she takes to get her closer to that 6K income goal. And so guys, these are the numbers that you need to be focusing on. And like I mentioned before, these are the things that actually make you money. And I know it's more fun to focus on your logo and your website and what your tagline is going to be, but unfortunately, these are the things that actually move the needle in your business. So get your nerd hat out, get your calculator ready. I actually have a spreadsheet that you can use for this that has all the calculations on it on my website. So go ahead and download that if you want to, but you need to know your numbers, all right? Here's a case study of one of my clients. Her name is Stacia. And one thing that she said is she knows exactly how many people I need to grow my community by every single day. And because of that, and because she was really intentional and made that shit happen, she made more in the first quarter than she did all last year. And that is so heartwarming. That makes me so friggin' happy, because the year before, she had no idea what she was doing. She was just kind of, crossing her fingers. She was putting her stuff out there every once in a while, and she didn't know how to actually project what she wanted to make and how that looked every single day. So she knew that she needed to grow her list by 5 people every single day. We put it in her calendar. She knew that every day she had to find 5 people. And if it was 4 p.m. and she only grew her list by 3 people, you better believe she posted her stuff in Facebook groups, and she reached out to people who she thought would be, who she thought was cool on Instagram. She did whatever she had to do to get those 5 people on her list by the end of the day. And because of that, she hit her targets. And that makes me so freaking happy. And so let's all agree that we can focus on our numbers. We've got 10 and 10 over here. We've got your lunch break is over. All right. I'll miss ya. We've got 15. We've got 23 a day. Okay, amazing. We've got 74 a day. All right, girl, you probably need some really awesome strategies for list growth. 74 every day. That is so doable. Okay, we've got 22. We've got 10, 10. Okay, I love it. You guys are like on par with this chick that I did the numbers for. 10 every single day. 10 a day is so simple. I remember when my coach first told me that I needed to grow my list by 45 people every single day, I almost crapped my pants because I didn't even have 45 people on my entire list at that point. But now that's like so simple for me. And, it becomes so much easier once you get in the habit of making it happen every damn day. And so commit to that number, overcome how scary it looks if it does look scary to you, because we are going to now focus on how are you going to start growing that email list. Once you know the what, now let's move into the how. All right, step number 2, this is the next big shift you need to make, and that is to stop working so damn hard. And I'm so happy to be able to tell you this because, girl, I know you feel like you have to do all the things. I felt that way too, but here's the truth. Maybe right now you're on this masterclass and you're like, maybe I should do a masterclass, or you wonder if you should be focusing on your list growth. Should you be, growing your Instagram following? Do you need a new tripwire? Should you, launch a podcast? I saw somebody who had a membership site. maybe I should have a membership site. What's the deal with Pinterest? Everyone's talking about Pinterest. There's all these different things that you could be doing. But what I really want you to be doing is asking yourself, how do influencers and high-level coaches make six figures when it seems like they're constantly in Bali and it doesn't seem like they're working at all? Meanwhile, I'm over here working so friggin' hard and I'm just, like I said, barely keeping my head above water. Here's the thing. The shift that six-figure earners have made is to rely on automation to grow their influence and their community. Automation, or what I call the robots, is literally the thing that saved my life and saved my business. And so I want you to start doing that as well. And the first and most important thing that I want you to put on autopilot is lead generation. Because as we just figured out in the last shift, in the last step, you need 266 people on your email list this month. You need 10 people today. You need 45 people a day. You need 77 people a day. You need leads. And you could spend all damn day doing, like I said, DMing people or blah, blah, blah. But that's not the productive entrepreneur way, is it? We want you to be lead generating on autopilot. The top dogs know that their skills are best used on things like creating, on things like marketing, on things like selling and showing up, because generating potential leads is really not the best use of their time. If you are a visionary, if you are the type of person who wants to make an impact, you can't be spending all your time behind the scenes generating leads. We need you to show up and inspire and market and sell and transform and actually work with your clients, because lead gen is not the best use of your time. So the first thing that I want you to do is start to automate so that you can make sales in your sleep or while you're beach hopping. And one of the best ways that you can do that is by figuring out your content marketing strategy, your social media, and your email marketing strategy so that your leads are coming in and you are getting new people in your community every single day. My favorite is content marketing, lead generating, using Pinterest. Pinterest is my current baby and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I've been nerding out over Pinterest for over a year because it is where 90% of my traffic comes from. And for some of my clients, it's where all of their clients come from, which gets me so excited. And it's, one of those really underrated platforms. I want to show you how one of my clients is actually automating and growing using her sales funnel. So this is her putting her lead generation on autopilot. And there are lots of different ways to go about this. I teach a really specific way. And I'm going to show you, how we use that strategy in her business. But I want you to really think about, how can I automate my growth and automate my sales? Here's what she did. Step one, she wrote a really awesome, hugely valuable, guys, this has to be valuable. I cannot stress that enough. A hugely valuable blog post. Then, here, can I use my mouse? Okay, so wait. Can I? Yeah. Okay, so here are all of her blog posts. Then what she did is she made some pins on Pinterest. So she put all of these pins out that are a little graphic of what's going on in her blog post. And people saw these pins on Pinterest. People who don't know her, they saw these pins on Pinterest using our Pinterest marketing strategy. And what they did, they clicked on the pin and they went to her blog post. So she has multiple blog posts, multiple pins, different ways for people to come into her business. When they read this blog post, what she's done is something really strategic by having a content upgrade in every single blog post. So for example, if she's writing a post on how to clear your chakras for your most abundant month ever, then what she's going to do is she's going to create a really simple little checklist of all the things that you can do to clear your chakras for more abundance or something like that. And what she did is she offered it to people and said, hey, if you really liked this blog post where I'm talking about, what you got to do with your chakras, go ahead and download this checklist so you can make it even simpler for you to go ahead and take action on what I'm talking about in this blog post. And so what people did is they gave her their name and their email, and they downloaded this gorgeous checklist, this amazing piece of upgraded content. And then they got a little email from her that gives them the checklist. And it's this awesome little exchange. So she grows her list by one new person and they get an awesome checklist and they get to take action on this blog post, with a little bit of an upgrade. After they get that delivery email, the next thing that they do, and this is a bonus step, is she then sends them to a tripwire. And basically what a tripwire is a little bit of a small little bonus piece of content somebody can buy for a heavily discounted price. So in her case, after they got the delivery of the checklist, and she does this with all different types of blog posts, then she sends them to a page that says, hey, I'm so glad you enjoyed, X, Y, and Z, that little checklist. In the meantime, if you liked that, here, I want to give you a special offer. Here's my signature book. She has this really incredible book that she's written, and I want to offer it to you. It's regularly $100, or I don't know how much it is, but it's regularly $30, and I want to offer it to you for $7 right now. And people either did or didn't take her up on that offer. And again, it's just a small little offer. And then after that, whether they do or don't, she sends them to a nurture sequence. And this is so important. I talk a lot about this in my program, The Most Profitable Quarter Yet. Having a really valuable nurture sequence that actually takes people from not knowing you, from just stumbling across your pin over here, reading a blog post and getting a checklist, to somebody who's madly in love with you. They understand you. They understand the mission of your business. They're totally on board, and they're just waiting for more. And maybe they'll actually take you up on your offer. So after this nurture sequence, the next thing that she does is she sends them to a sales page, or she sends them to a page that talks about her current offer. And that's so important, because all of this is happening while right now she's traveling in London, actually. And I know that this is happening in the background for her while she's traveling. And this is happening for her while she's working with her current clients. This is happening for her when she's, shopping or out with her boyfriend, or like whatever she's doing, her partner, whatever she's doing, this is happening for her. She is lead generating so that when someone takes action, she can show the F up and she's not exhausted from all of this. And so this is so essential, guys. You can take a screenshot of this if you want, and use this in your business. Emma says, yes, I have a nurture sequence on my mailing list. Still figuring out what content is most effective there. Yes, tweaking and testing. That is so amazing, girl. Someone says, yes, you just downloaded her thing. Amazing. Yes. Okay. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are excited about having a really killer sales funnel in place. And yes, the nurture sequence is so important. But again, making sure that all of this awesome stuff is happening on autopilot, and it's happening in a way that you are going to be getting your 267 people on your email list, your 8 people in your calendar, 6 people on the phone with you, so you can close 3 and actually hit that income goal. All right. So here's a case study of Robin, like I just mentioned. And what she said is that it's become normal for her to wake up to over 1K in her PayPal every damn day. Just from something like this, guys. This is making her 1K a day in her PayPal. And if that's what you want, you guys don't have to worry about, is it some whole next complicated system? No, there is a foundation, and you need to know how to copy and paste that simple foundation and how to start growing and scaling that exact foundation that I'm telling you Robin is using, I'm using, and literally Oprah, O Magazine is using the exact same strategy. And so focus on one thing at a time. Stop working so damn hard. Stop trying all these different things. Do I need this? Do I need that? No. Focus on one thing. Figure out, how will I get leads into my business every single day, and what strategy can I use to actually generate leads and automate sales every damn day while I am doing whatever I need to be doing. So while she's in London right now, while, I'm traveling, I know that I'm making sales. I hear that cha-ching on my phone, and she knows that when she goes to sleep, she's going to wake up to 1K in her PayPal. How amazing would that feel? How many people does Robin have on her email list? I'm not sure, babe. Step 3, leverage your community. This is essential. This is unfortunately something I see being skipped all the damn time, and I am sick of it. So let's move into step number 3. How do you leverage your community? 6-figure earners know that the money is in the list. And more importantly, they know how to get the damn money out of the list. I know you've probably heard it over and over again. The money is in your list. The money is in your email list. But do you know how to get the money out of the email list and into your bank account? That's essential. And I know you've heard that time and time again, but one of the biggest mistakes that I'm seeing is that people are not actually leveraging that email list and their community. And so people are so focused on, yeah, I need to grow my email list. Yes, I need to grow my list. Yeah, I want to grow my community. I want more followers on Instagram. And guess what, guys? I've worked with influencers who literally have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and who are not making any money. So that is not important. What is important is how well you leverage your community. All right. Six-figure earners are not growing their community just so that they can get more likes on Instagram or more comments on their blog posts or more people on their masterclasses. They know how to grow a group of raving fans who are madly in love with them and turn them into actual buyers who are ready to take them up on their next offer. This is the shit. All right. I've messed this up here. So there are a lot of strategies that you can do to actually start to monetize your list and leverage that community. But what I want you to do is find one that works really, really well for you. And once you find anything that's converting for you above 30%, I want you to perfect it. Focus on one thing so that you can leverage that community. My clients are using a three-pronged strategy. We use both a nurture method, a launch method, and an evergreen sales method. Anyone in the Most Profitable Quarter program knows all three of those methods, and they are leveraging every single one of them. Or if you just joined last week, then you know that those are there, and you are going to start implementing them one at a time so that you can have all three of those things working for you to leverage your people. Use any one of those methods to captivate your audience and start selling. And you can actually make that selling seem really, really easy, especially when you're using things like the nurture method and the evergreen sales method. It becomes easy, guys. And so one of the ways that I absolutely love to leverage my community is, like I said, to be sending out sales emails. So let's say you are in a launch method. You're using the launch method, and you are actually in a time in your business where you are opening enrollment into one of your programs. I want you to have that community and to have them being super warm, madly in love with you because they've been through your nurture sequence and you've been showing up consistently to them. And then you're going to send a series of sales emails in your launch that show the value of your new program or your new offer or whatever you're opening enrollment to, or your new product, whatever it is, sending them a series of emails that gets them excited to take action. And this is so important. And I see so many people growing their list, writing on their blog, going live on Facebook, and never asking for the sale. And this is essential. Choose the method that works well for you. Choose the one that feels good for you in your business, and then start layering them. I don't care how you do it, but I need you leveraging that community. Don't be shy, all right? I think a lot of times, especially with creatives, we're nervous to say, hey, I have this really awesome thing and I want you to buy it because I think it's going to change your life. And I want you to dish that shame, go back to profit habit number one, and start doing your mindset again and again, because you need to use this method to actually captivate that audience and then start making sales. All right. Step number 4, my favorite step of all the steps, and this is a huge shift that you need to be making in your business, and that is to plan to succeed. Again, we are not crossing our fingers. We are not charging our crystals and saying, I hope this is going to happen. I'm charging my crystals and then taking action to make sure that it actually does happen. So how do you plan to succeed? Sorry, I keep having to take water breaks, guys, because I am on one right now. I'm feeling the fire today. So I know you have a million ideas, okay? If I know anything about you, it's that you're literally an idea machine. You are churning them out like butter, and you can't wait to bring all of these incredible ideas into this world and bring them to life. And maybe planning sounds really friggin' boring. It maybe sounds constricting and not up your alley because you're a free spirit and you like to go where the inspiration takes you. But maybe this is also true, that you're overwhelmed and maybe you're not sure what the hell you should be working on, or you feel like you're never actually creating that momentum because you constantly have new ideas. And by the time you start working on that idea, then you have a new and more exciting idea and you leave the last one in the, by the wayside. And so this is when planning becomes so essential. And I was like you, if you're feeling like that, I felt like I'm a free spirit. I like to be inspired by everything I'm doing. I don't want to be, constricted by any specific strategy that I set for myself. But the truth of the matter is, I didn't feel like I was running my business like a true CEO, like I was legit as an entrepreneur in any way, shape, or form, because I was just like flying by the seat of my pants, or what I called inspiration. So high earners are not going to bed without a crystal clear quarterly, monthly, and weekly plan that they can clearly friggin' follow in order to make hitting their targets literally inevitable. And if that's what you want in your business, I'm here to tell you that planning is how you make it happen. You have to plan to succeed. These things don't just happen by saying, hey, I hope I make a lot of money next month. It's just not a viable option. And so here is what I use with all of my clients. You guys, I usually charge for this, but I'm literally just putting it on the screen. Take a screenshot if you want to, because this is so essential. And I want every single one of you implementing this exact strategy or something just like it in your business ASAP, because of how frigging well it works. And I am here to empower you to actually hit those income goals and start feeling like that legit CEO that you want to feel like. And the way that you do it is by having a crystal clear plan of action for your quarter. All right, so let me break down exactly what's going on here. Step one, I want you to have a really big quarter goal. So I want you to start planning in 90-day chunks. This is a huge shift in and of itself. Planning for quarters freaking works, you guys. And businesses, oh, Q1 like this, oh, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. It frigging works. That's why they're doing it. It's not like an old antiquated way. I'm all for being revolutionary and switching things up if they need shaking up. But at the same time, if it's not broken, then no need to fix it. This is what works. And so that's why we are going back to this. You need a one big 90-day goal. This needs to be a huge part of your planning every single quarter, starting to set 90-day goals. And guess what, guys? Who cares when Q1 is? Who cares when Q2 is? Make your own quarter. Today for you is now is day one of Q1 for you, or make it the beginning of August is going to be your Q1. I don't care how you do it. I want you to have a super huge 90-day goal. Once you have that big goal, and that can be an income goal, that can be a launch goal, that could be a new project goal, that could be anything, but one big goal, not a million, one big goal. So let's say your 90-day goal is to launch your new podcast, and have your first 5 guests on. That would be your big 90-day goal. Then from there, I want you to break down every single one of those goals into monthly goals. So, all right, if at the end of 90 days, I need to have a brand new podcast launch and I want to have my first 5 guests on, what do I need to do in month 1? Month 1, I need to get, all of the podcasts recorded. Month 2, I need to figure out how to launch a podcast. And month 3, I need to figure out how I'm going to go live, and I'm going to put everything live and start sending that out to my community. All right, those are your 3 monthly goals. Yes, of course, you're going to be doing your profit habits every single day. Yes, of course, other things are going to come up, but this is your big quarter goal. This is how you achieve those big things in your business. And this is how it seems like people are launching new things all the time while still maintaining a full roster of clients, while still maintaining, their freedom, or still traveling, because they are focusing on things like this. So then from there, once you have your big quarter goal plus your 3 monthly goals, I want you to now break that down every single month into what you're doing every single week for that month. So for example, in month 1, we said, all right, I need to start recording and have all of the guests on my podcast. So maybe in week 1, you're going to reach out to 20, or week 1, you're going to draft the email that you're going to send out to all of your guests. Week 2, you're going to send out 50 emails to all of your guests. Week 3, you're going to book all of the emails. And week 4, you're going to book all of the clients. And then week 4, you're actually going to interview those guests. Month 2 is whatever it is, you're going to break those down every single week. So now you have 4 weekly goals for every single month of your quarter and 3 monthly goals for every single quarter. This becomes like clockwork, guys. I even end up breaking down my weekly goals into 7 daily things that I need to do. So I open my calendar and I'm like, all right, in order to hit my quarter goal, all I have to do is one thing today. This is the thing I need to get done this month. And if I just do that, then I know I'm going to hit my quarter goal. This is gold, you guys. I am telling you, this effing works. If you have big goals, this is exactly what you need to be doing in order to hit those big goals. Why did I do that? Sorry. Let me open this back up big again. Here's a case study of one of my clients who I'm absolutely in love with, Karina. She says, Alyssa's the brains behind my 30K month because before I worked with her, I was overwhelmed, confused, and literally running her business out of literally running a multi-six-figure business out of notebooks. And so with Karina, we implemented something exactly like this because she literally had all of her ideas, all of those big things that were on her to-do list, like launch a podcast actually, in different notebooks. She had a notebook for clients. She had a notebook for this. She had a notebook for big goals. And we set up her quarterly projections, and now she's absolutely freaking killing it. She just launched a huge new group program. She has a podcast. I was actually a guest on her podcast. You guys should listen to it. It's absolutely epic. It's called Boss Talk. But yeah, she had all of these huge, huge dreams stuffed into notebooks and the margins of notebooks. And we put this plan into place so that she could actually make those things a reality. And, I'm really excited to be able to say that all of those things have come true for her in her business. And she's continuing to every single quarter redo it, have a new, bigger, better quarterly goal, make bigger projections in her business, and it becomes inevitable. And she keeps hitting those targets again and again. And she's also traveling to New York and chilling and taking sick photo shoots like this. I'm sure she almost got hit by a car taking this photo, but that's besides the point. All right, guys, today I promised you that I would show you the 4 things that six-figure earners are using to hack the system and make sales copy, paste, rinse, repeat. And that is exactly what we did. And I'm so excited that I was able to share that with you. I also promised that I was going to show you the biggest mistake that under earners are doing, because I know you have higher limits and you are not going to be making that mistake anymore. Quit focusing on the frivolous, gorgeous. The secret weapon that millionaires and influencers are leveraging to actually leverage their email list and make consistent sales even while they're beach hopping, and how to captivate your audience to make selling your offer look easy peasy, even if your business is brand spanking new, because I know that was a fear that I had. Plus the must-have quarterly projection strategy that high earners will not go to bed without. Hint, this is exactly how you stop feeling overwhelmed in your business, because you actually have that foolproof plan. So here's what you still need to do, all right? You have the information. I hope you took notes. I see someone over here saying, hell yes, you love Karina. I'm so happy that you said that. I love her too. Step number 1, quit focusing on the frivolous. Put down the website, my love. Put it down. Step number 2 is to make knowing your numbers your number 1 focus. The rest will fall into place. I can guarantee that. Trust me, I know people who are making 7 figures whose website have broken links, whose Instagram has no theme and, they don't have their Instagram highlights in place. Trust me, the rest will fall into place. Once you know your numbers, you will have more free time to actually make these things happen. You still need to stop working so damn hard. Put your strategy into place. Automate your way to financial and location freedom. This is the foundation. You also need to start leveraging your community wherever they are. Start to actually leverage those people. Choose a winning strategy to monetize your email list. And lastly, you need to plan to succeed. Stop crossing your fingers and start acting like a legit entrepreneur who plans for those 20K or 10K months, 20K months, 30K months. And so here's the options that you still have, guys. Option number 1, you can take these strategies and use them to dictate where you should be spending your time each and every quarter. But here's the other thing. If you guys know me, you know I'm all about having the most productive business possible and not taking the scenic route to exactly what you want, but taking the most direct route to your biggest goals. Take the quickest and easiest way to the life that you want. And that's why I've created option 2, which is my favorite freaking program. It's called Your Most Profitable Quarter Yet. And, I might be biased, but it is honestly the shit, you guys. I've broken down literally everything that we talked about in this webinar and my exact process for planning my most profitable quarters month after month, quarter after quarter, into 4 essential phases. And this is the process that is the foundation of my business. This is the same step-by-step method that I use, and I use it every single quarter to plan my most profitable quarters, quarter in, quarter out. And so the program called Your Most Profitable Quarter Yet is made up of 4 key phases. And inside each and every one of those phases, you will find workbooks, comprehensive video trainings. You're going to get walkthroughs of my exact processes, project plans, and monthly business audits every damn month. All right. Because I know what it's like to put your dreams on the back burner. And that is not what I'm here to support. I know you, trust me, because I get on the phone with people every single day, and you have a big freaking dream. And you've heard it time and time again that the money is in the list, but maybe you're like I was and you had no friggin' idea on how to actually grow that email list, that number that we wrote down today. You don't know how to actually grow your email list, but let alone actually convince them to buy anything once they're there. And if you're stumped about how the heck pros in your industry are hacking the system so that, like I said, it's copy and paste, it's rinse and repeat, and maybe you wish someone would just tell you exactly what to do already, then you're in luck. Because better what if you are telling yourself exactly what you need to be doing every single month? I've put into place a strategy so that I tell myself exactly what to do every single month, and I hit my biggest goals and they change and I'm more inspired every single month, but I tell myself exactly what to do every single month so that I know that I'm in boss mode. And what if you knew your exact next step so that you didn't have to keep wishing and dreaming, and you knew that the most important and the most money-making things that you should be doing at all times, how to grow and how to scale your business using your strengths and your mission. If you want that to be true for you in your business and in your life right now, then you're in luck, because that's exactly why I designed this exact program. And I'm going to walk you through it right now, guys, because I'm actually about to close enrollment to this program on Friday. And so if you're here on this bonus masterclass, then you're in luck, because I'm actually giving away $700 of free business building tools. And if you love free stuff and you want to build your business, then go ahead and keep listening, because here's exactly what we cover in Your Most Profitable Quarter Yet. Phase 1, we talk all about your numbers. Like I said, guys, the numbers do not lie. And so we are going to start creating your specific profit map. So get crystal clear on your numbers, analyze what you've been hitting, and how to grow and scale this quarter right here and now. Because like I said, guys, the big dogs, the industry leaders, they're focusing on your numbers. And we're going to work through workbooks and profit maps, and we're going to set up your own profit strategy. We're going to map out your launches, your products, as well as any profit goals that you have. And then we're going to transform those into a crystal clear plan of action. So it's time to get ready to knock the socks off your normal, usual, and boring to-do list, because this phase has you covered with what you actually need to be doing. Then we move into phase 2. This is my effing favorite part of the program, and this is talking about list growth on autopilot. Because now that you know the exact numbers that you need to hit, and we've worked through a lot of them on this masterclass today, it's time to actually explode that goddamn email list. Because as you can see, in order to raise your income, you either need to raise the price of what you're offering, or you need to get more people on your email list. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to set up and execute my 3 main growth strategies. And these are the strategies that have exponentially grown my list without the use of Facebook ads. I love Facebook ads, but if you're anything like me in the beginning, I barely had any money to pay ConvertKit or MailChimp, let alone actually spend my hard-earned cash on Facebook ads. So I figured out some ways to exponentially grow your email list without using Facebook ads. And this phase is where I talk all about putting your Pinterest on autopilot. Guys, I have a kick-ass Pinterest training that I've literally have not seen anybody else in the industry using. And so I'm pretty proud of it, because it is boss, and it is how my clients are blowing up their email lists every single day. And like I said, they're traveling. They're like, they're not focusing on it because they're doing it in literally an hour a month. It's so good. Anyway, I won't get into it. But phase 2, we are going to grow that damn list on autopilot using my 3 strategies, my favorite growth strategies. And then I'm going to show you how to turn all of those strategies on autopilot so that you can get back to doing what you do best. Because like I said, we don't have time to spend all day in Pinterest as much as I love it. No, we are going to get in and we're going to get out so that I can go back to doing what I actually love. Then we move into phase 3. Once your list is being blown up, we're going to move into the list monetization strategy. So now that you are growing your email list on autopilot, you might be thinking, how the hell do I turn these people actually out of just numbers and names and emails in my ConvertKit to actually warm leads or hot buyers? And so I'm giving you the exact blueprint of how to monetize your list, plus the email template and done for you strategies, so that you can totally start monetizing every single person that is coming onto your list. You can use this strategy with them so that you can start to actually make those sales. I'm giving you the 5-point strategy to take growing your email list and turn them in your growing email list, and turn them into a community of people who are actually ready to take you up on that offer that you have. And then phase 4, my favorite phase, the foolproof plan. I'm going to show you my exact project management style. I'm going to show you the software and my method so that you can use my productivity hacks in your creative business. And so we're going to reverse engineer your biggest goals and turn them into an actual serious strategy. And this is a huge mistake that I see. You have these giant goals, and this is what I was doing, was just looking at my vision board, and I didn't have a serious effing strategy to get me to that big goal. Plus, I'm going to be giving you done for you project plans that I'm absolutely in love with for the most common projects, so that all you have to do is literally follow the steps. And let me get into that a little bit more in a second. So more importantly than what you're going to learn in every single phase, I want you to know exactly what you're going to implement. What will you achieve when you go through this program? 1, you are going to know exactly how to decipher your highest value tasks and what you should be focusing on and what you can totally forget about, so that you are only staying in your zone of genius and working on the things that matter. You're going to grow your email list exponentially, and not only grow the list, but you're going to do it on autopilot so that you can spend your time actually focusing on nurturing that community while it builds itself. You are going to know the exact strategy and put into play, you're going to implement the exact strategy that I'm using to monetize my lists. Once you have the growth, it's time to turn those leads into red hot buyers. You are also going to know how to turn your 1,000,001 ideas into a concise plan of action, so that you no longer feel overwhelmed in your business, and you know that every single task that you complete is actually a small step towards your bigger friggin' goal. Because I know you're on a mission, and the world better watch out. Oh my God, I can't talk anymore. On a mission, watch out, because you are coming. Here's one of my clients, Allison, who I love, and she said she wouldn't have been able to launch as much as she has, or grown as much as she has. And what I love is that she said many of her friends took notice that I was killing it recently and asked what was going on. And that was because she was staying in her zone, growing her list, and then actually monetizing it. It's so essential. Abigail said that she, started following the simple and easy directions, and in just 2 weeks, she was already seeing a huge difference in her productivity. And so maybe you're wondering, what the hell does it cost? And so let me talk to you about what it normally costs, so that you can grab your spot in your most profitable quarter yet, and so that you can get the exact game plan to set and achieve your biggest goals in the next 3 months. Option 1 is one payment of $797, and option 2 is a payment plan, which I love, and that is a no-brainer, 7 payments of $124, and those go monthly. But since you're here and I love you, I want to give every single person who came to this masterclass $100 off. So screw $797. I want to give it to you for $697. It's the same with the payment plan option, $100 off no matter which option you choose. And so take that down to one payment of $697 or 7 payments of $108. And I'm so excited to be able to offer that to you. But that's not all. I feel like a infomercial chick. But honestly, guys, that is not all. I'm giving away more bonuses than I've ever friggin' given away before, and I'm so excited for all of them. So let me tell you exactly what they are, because there's $600 worth of bonuses here right now that I am just handing over to you as soon as you join. Number 1, you're gonna get all of that. You're gonna get $100 off, plus you are going to get monthly business audits from me. So this is where I email you every dang month with a business audit workbook, so that you will know, how to intentionally move forward in your business month after month. This is straight up accountability, because I know there's some of you who tend to put your dreams on the back burner, in the back seat, and this is going to stop you from self-sabotaging. consider it your self-sabotage killer. Goodbye. Because here's the thing, guys, what you track grows. And so I want you to keep that rolling month after month, every single quarter until you blow the top off these big money goals. The next thing that I'm going to give you is my exact quarter planner. You can steal it. This is the exact system I use to plan my quarters, and same with those of my VIP clients. And this is the same framework that we use to make 10K months, 6-figure launches, plan their next big project, and we're literally handing it over to you so you can get your hands on the tools to actually reverse engineer your quarter and then do the same thing for every month, for every week, and every single day so that you can turn those dreams into, real goals and targets and then actually crush those targets. Bonus number 3, I'm also giving away done-for-you project plans and workflows. So I mentioned this before, and I'm so excited about them. And so what you can see is that these have actually been in the making for years. These are tried and true methods for completing, the most common tasks, all the things that I see people doing most often. And I've literally just put it into a checklist. Oh, you want to launch a webinar? Here, start here. And here are the next 20 things you need to do. You want to host your first challenge? You need to live launch. You're going to write a blog post. You want to onboard a client, all of those things, exact step-by-step checklists, project plans, and timelines of when and how to complete your biggest projects, from blog workflows to launching your first challenge, hosting a kick-ass webinar. All of those things are covered in this bonus, and I'm so happy to be able to give that to you guys because I don't know. I love stuff like that. Don't put a checklist in front of me because I will check it the freak off. Okay, and then this is the most exciting one, and I am only offering it to those of you who are on this webinar, and I'm so excited. This is the fast action bonus, and I've never given away before, and I will probably never again. So if you want it, then take action like ASAP because this is the ultimate list of Pinterest group boards. Guys, I am delivering Pinterest to you on a silver platter because here's the thing. My clients have taken their Pinterest accounts from literally 0 engagement to over 550,000 active viewers a month and more. Actually, this number is growing as we speak. And here's the thing. One of the most important parts of our Pinterest strategy is getting your butt into group boards. And unfortunately, getting into group boards is the hardest and most time-consuming part of actually growing and, exponentially leveraging Pinterest. And so I've done the time-consuming work, and I've compiled a list of over 250 group boards. It's a giant master list that I made for myself. I've been compiling it for my clients, and I'm literally handing it over to you so that you can do this the productive way. This is honestly, this is the most valuable thing of all of the bonuses because it's going to save you heaps of time. And I want to give it to you. And so here's everything you're going to get. I love this little visual of everything that comes in the program. You've got workbooks, video trainings, business audits, project plans, all 4 phases. Plus you get to steal my quarter planner. Plus you get done for you project plans and the fast action bonus of the unlimited list the ultimate list. It is not unlimited yet, but trust me, it will take you a while to get through it all, of Pinterest group boards that I'm so excited to be able to offer to you for $100 off. And if you want to take me up on it, you can go to alyssacoleman.ca/100 to get your buns $100 freaking off, plus all of those really awesome bonuses that I'm so excited to be able to offer to you at alyssacoleman.ca/100. And here's, again, the investment. This is how it looks. You can do one payment of $697, or I'm really happy to be able to offer the payment plan so that it becomes literally a no-brainer of 7 payments of $108. And here's some of the people who have been through the program. Lupita says that she was feeling so burnt out and literally had no balance because she worked all the time with no time for her family, no time for herself. And now she's actually starting to love what she does again. And that is one of the best compliments that I can hear from people is that they are not resenting their work, because that breaks my heart because I know how easy it is for that to start to happen. Sarah says that she realizes now that there's plenty of time for everything that she needs to get done, and she's starting to rock it. And so I want you to ask yourself, guys, why did you come to this training? Why did you come here today? This is absolutely huge. Did you come here to look for a new strategy, or did you come here to start to do the work and take action? Because you know, if you are sick of looking for the next best thing that's actually going to get you to that big goal, to those 10Ks, to the 20K, to that 30K that you guys want to make, to growing that email list, to living that life of freedom, to be able to travel, all of those things that you came here in the beginning telling me that you wanted, really making that impact and feeling like that true CEO, then I want you to really reflect on that and you know, think what is the quickest and most effective way that I can make that happen. And if you are looking to grow your email list and leverage those people while getting more time back in your business so that you can make more money while working less, then this program has your back. And here's exactly what you need to do now. First thing you can do is go ahead and head over to alyssacoleman.ca/100. Or you can go ahead and click the button below that says, I'm ready to have my most profitable quarter yet. And as soon as you do, okay, I see some of you joining now. Hey, girl, I'm so glad you're in. As soon as you do, I'm going to send you an email with complete access to our brand new membership site where this is all held, as well as all of these epic bonuses. And so go ahead and ask me any questions that you have now, or you can shoot an email to support@alyssacoleman.ca if you have any questions about the program or taking this to the next step. But here's how you make it happen. Again, I'm taking $100 off, so you can go to alyssacoleman.ca/100 to take me up on that offer, because I'm only offering that to those of you who are on this masterclass, as well as all of those epic bonuses, especially that Pinterest bonus that, guys, I am so obsessed with, and I want you to get your hands on it because it has literally been years in the making, and I'm so excited to be able to offer it to you. So hey to those of you who are joining right now. Erin, I'm so excited to see you in there. Kara, hey girl, I'm so happy that you joined. I know you were considering. Jenny is in. Yes, hey, I see you. Okay, I see a couple questions coming in right now. I'm really excited to be able to, I'm so excited to be able to answer those and welcome you guys into the program. Lillian, oh my God, Lillian, I'm so glad you're in. I see your email coming in now, and you should be getting an email from me ASAP with access to that program. So, Catherine, are you in? Yes, Catherine is in the program. Catherine, I'm so excited to welcome you in. Okay, so to all of you who are joining the program now, I'm so friggin' happy to have you here. If you have any questions, go ahead and send an email to support@alyssacoleman.ca. But otherwise, I'm so excited for us to get started. This next quarter is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and I want you to feel really confident. For those of you who are in, confident that you now have your hands on a plan that can get you to whatever that big goal is. And now it's just a matter of putting that into action and reverse engineering that big goal. All right. So I'm so excited to welcome those of you who are joining into the program. If you have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, head to alyssacoleman.ca/100 and let's friggin' do this thing. I can't wait for you to get your hands on all of these bonuses and all of the epic content in this program. I love you guys. And if, like I said, if you have any questions, hit me up. But otherwise, have an epic quarter. And I can't wait to do this dang thing with you.